My name is Tom Tollenaren. I'm the CIO for a company called MacSys. In the clinical laboratory industry in Belgium, we are a market leader. We are the biggest player in that field. Prior to my arrival, there was no formal change management. There were no separate development and test environments, which basically means that all development was done in production, which of course is totally unacceptable. We had several needs. We were having issues with IBM, who said like the way we went about change management was not acceptable to them, because if you make changes in production, it's very difficult to guarantee that your production will remain up if you make changes in production. So that was a big problem. Another problem is that the labs that we support have an accreditation. And as part of your accreditation, there are certain IT requirements. Yeah. And one of those requirements is that you have a formal change management process in place. The lack of change management caused indeed a lot of problems. I don't have numbers on the cost, but the cost is in terms of unplanned downtime. When you make changes directly in production, you cannot test them, well, you can test them, but you test them in production, and there's always bugs in code when you develop, so you bring down the whole production. And don't forget, we are running 8 different labs in 8 different geographic locations, all on the same system. So if we are trying to fix a bug in production for one location and we make mistakes while fixing that bug, we bring down 8 labs all over the country. That's totally unacceptable. So when I got hired, it was actually the first thing that we did is we need to get our change control under control. We need a code repository, and we need different environments, a separate test environment, separate development environment, separated from production. So we basically did a market research. We looked at different vendors, different technology, and we chose Remain for a cost-benefit reason. It's an excellent product for a good price. Well, obviously we don't want just a vendor, we prefer a partner-like agreement. The implementation process from a management point of view went absolutely smooth, and all expectations were met without any problem. We would definitely recommend Remain to other companies. The product basically does what it says on the box. It meets all our expectations. Remain is an easy company to do business with. It's got all the functionalities that we need, and it's cost effective. We run 2 data centers in 2 different physical locations. So the IBMI and AS400 team is dispersed over those 2 locations, which causes a communication hassle which needs to be managed. And for that we have Christophe. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm Christophe, so I'm responsible for development on IBMI for the whole team, which is in Dendermonde and Herentals. We always took great risks to test things, to put things live in production.
And it sometimes went wrong.
Yeah, yeah, of course. So we started looking for software like OMS, and now we have development, separate partition, test environment and production environment. So customers worldwide.
But also some companies not too far from here in Belgium, companies that we know, so those were good references.
They also showed us the graphical interface, because we now use only the green screen, but in the future we want to start using the graphical interface as well with RDI. And so they have a product that works well with RDI, and we look forward to using that. The implementation went really well because we talked to Hans Beverwijk, which is a specialist from customer service within OMS. So we've set up the development test environment and so on in advance, and I think the going live took about 2 days, which not really great problems.
It went according to plan. It was estimated plan, and we landed right within the plant.
We put things in tests and then we give it to the users, the business users, who can test what they've asked us.
Yeah, before we would develop, we would put it in production, and then the business would have to check, like, okay, is this what we asked for? Whereas now the business has a dedicated team of steering committee, we call them, and they test in the test environment, and only when they sign off, things go into production. So that avoids a lot of production problems for us. It saves us a lot of hassle.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a pretty high quality product.
And we would recommend
And we would
it.
absolutely recommend it, yeah.